In follow-up to the recent firmware update on the Favero Assioma pedals is an update to the hardware that they made a few months back, which today I'm installing on my bike. The difference between the new hardware and the old hardware is all about the spring tension on the pedals. The original Favero Assioma Unos and Duos came with a silver spring with a tension adjustment range between 11 and 20 Newton meters. And that 11 was still a little bit too hard for some users. And there was some creative workarounds, I guess you'd call it, in place, as you can see here, with people taking out springs because the tension to heel out was just a little bit too much. So removing a spring did the trick for them. Favero did address this in hardware, and if you've purchased a new set, you will have the newer pedal bodies. If you are a proud owner of the older Favero Assiomas with the silver springs and you want to loosen up that tension when you heel out, you can purchase these new pedal bodies online. They do come with bearings for each side, which saves you $37 if you're going to replace those soon anyway. All right, enough talking. Let's get these on the bike and out for a ride. Okay, here's what comes with the pedal bodies if you were to order those. So we have left and right Assioma pedal bodies, and they also come with the bearing kits as mentioned before. So let's get these open. Okay, there we are. Now, I'm not going to be using the full bearing kit because I've only replaced my bearings just the other week. So I'm going to keep these aside as spares for now, and I'll remove the bearings from my current pedal body. So there are the new pedal bodies there as compared to the originals, the ones with the silver. So you can see the difference between the two there. Color-wise, they look very similar to me. Maybe a little darker. Maybe I don't think I can tell much difference. But pedal shape-wise, there is. Let's have a look at these side by side. So you can see there's a lip. So that's new, that's old. So there's a bit of a different design pedal body along the lip there on the old. The new one is a little smoother through here. They may help with clipping in, we will see. It just looks a little wider through the top. You can tell the difference there. It might be really hard to pick up on. Other than that, the rear heel looks the same. However, black versus silver. So everything that was silver is now black on the new ones. You can see the difference there. Side by side, sideways, very similar. But it's that little lip that's changed. Let's see if I can get that on camera okay. A very subtle difference, but yeah, definitely wider through here than through there. So old, new, and I guess with a different design, is there a different weight? Well, only one way to check. It's with the scales. And we'll go for both. So old pedals, no bearings or hardware, 112 grams. New, 117. Okay, so we do have a slight increase in weight between the old and the new. So we'll need to update the stats on those. But there we are, a little bit heavier on this side, just by a few grams. Now, as I said, I'm going to use the current bearing set that I have out of my old bearings for the new pedals because they're new bearings anyway. The best bearing install kit is a felt tip pen. There's very little pressure required to install these. So on the outside, we have just the one bearing. Goes in very easily, and on the inside we have two. that's a perfect shape for that exact task. Okay, outside. Not much force at all going in those. There we go, in. That goes in like that. Okay, time to get these new ones on the bike. So there we are, all done, all upgraded. It only took a few minutes there with the correct tools and I was out on the road with no problems clipping in whatsoever. One question that does come up every now and then with people switching from, say, Shimano over to the Assiomas, which use these types of cleats, the look compatible Expedo cleats, I believe they are, is that the clipping in process is just a little bit different. Now I've been running the P1s and P2s, same as this, and the Assiomas for over a year now, so it's just second nature for me to how to clip in. But just as a tip, when you nose into the front of the pedal, it just takes a bit of a twiggle, a twist and a wiggle to get that heel over top of the back of the pedal, and then it will snap in. So it's not quite the same as the Shimano ones. I wish they were Shimano pedals, but that's for another day. And the reason why you need to twiggle your foot in just a little bit and get used to that clip-in process is the cleat. It has a rubber backing on here to stop you slipping over when you're walking around on hard surfaces. So it comes down to the cleat, not the pedal, just having to bounce over the back of the pedal to clip that in. There may be alternate cleats, but these are the official ones that come with the pedals that I use. They're the 0 degree float cleats, and they're the ones I use. So just remember, there is a bit of a twiggle required. You may notice it, you may not. If you've ridden with them for a while, it's not a problem at all. So there we have it. My Faveros this week now have the latest firmware and the latest pedal bodies. It's happy days. Oh, the power readings are just fine as well. I was out there testing some power today. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Remember, hit subscribe for more tech updates and help. All right, we'll see you soon.